my experience back in the industry, I've gotten a chance to work on the DSTV show Prestige series, and to me, I feel the content production today is at its epitome. Do you believe the same? Tell us about the growth of content production over the years. Are we now there, or?
I think in terms of the quality of the content, you know, of course has improved. Like I said, technology has, you know, kind of has a way of simplifying, you know, how things, you know, the quality of the content. You have very small cameras, you know, there are small cameras here, there's a pocket camera here. Very tiny cameras that, you know, give Netflix HD 4K kind of quality, which, you know, wasn't there before. So the quality has improved. I think what is still lacking, not lacking as such, but what is still growing is the development of the content, the writing. You know, the writing, of course, the concepts have to be, you know, unique. You know, you need to be selling something that is, you know, unique about where you're coming from, or the message has to be, you know, powerful, has to be strong. And I think Uganda, we kind of lack a lot in, we like to copy, you know, for real, we do love to copy. So in terms of uniqueness, in terms of originality, there is hardly, you know, there's not a lot really going on. So that's kind of growing as well. Like people are beginning to understand how important it is to create original content. And then the other thing is distribution, exhibition. Distribution, like this content you've created, where is it going to show? Yeah. Two, where is it, how is it going to make you money? Like how are you going to make money from it? Okay. You get it? So, I mean, those are still lacking. You have people creating good quality content, but they don't know how to make money off it. Yeah. You get it? So, yes, the quality has improved, but the model, the business model needs to also improve. And I guess also the you know, the content, the ingredient of the content you've created has to actually also be unique and original, because that's kind of how you are able to be seen, you know, not just here, but, you know, internationally. How have you been able to scale and, you know, maintain that good quality you're talking about? I think scaling for me is a lot to do with improving the quality, because like I say, that has greatly improved. Because you see, the more you improve the quality, the more you have like a wider base of people that want to consume, you know, that product. Like say maybe a few years ago, 10 years, 20 years ago, the quality that we would produce, say in this specific region, would maybe not compete, or would not maybe be sold, say in a European market or in an American market. So you understand, like if the cameras have improved, the technology has improved, and, you know, it's at a certain level, then, you know, quality is no longer like an issue to say sell a product, you know, in an international market. Yeah, and then the other thing is how do you create this content, produce this content consistently? That's kind of also the other thing. Like, how are you able? Do you have a system that will create this content, that will develop the content, produce the content, you know, edit, post on the content, and then, you know, churn it out there, and it's consistent? Can you be able to produce a lot of content? How much content can you create in a month? You understand? Because, for example, if you're selling content on an international level, you know, you're dealing with you know, people don't buy one product, two products, three products. They buy in bulk. Okay. So do you have a system that will create a lot of content, you know, in a short period of time? Like, how much content do you have? How much content, you know, can you actually sell? Not just on a local television or on DSTV or whatever. Like how do you create consistent content, you know, that, you know, you're able to sell, you know, internationally?
perspective as a content producer, is there something as being too big?
Well, being too big is not really a good mindset. Like, if you are an actor and you're thinking you're too big, clearly, you know, you're not very far off from losing. If you're a content producer and you're thinking too big, you're thinking you are too big, still, you know, you are very few, you're a few steps from. I think at the end of the day, it's really about humility. Humility, not just in almost all the stages of production, because you see, content production, video content production, is really a team process. Like, you can't create a feature film as an individual. You know, you can't be the actor and be the writer and be the cameraman. You understand? Like, you need to work with people, and you need to think like a team. You need to build a team. You need to build, you know, you need to share ideas. You need to share skills, because the moment you feel that you are better than someone else, or you're better than whoever you're working with, then I guess, you know, it is a definitely terrible mindset. Like, you need to be on a growth level, on a growth mindset level, because that's the only way you are able to grow. And, you know, like I said, really, the more you're able to use video, you know, the better you're becoming, you know, the better you're improving your skills, and, you know, the better you're creating better quality, or you're creating better opportunities for you and for other people, and, you know, eventually it becomes, you know, it becomes easy for you as well. So being too big is a very bad mindset, to be honest. Yeah. But then in terms of big on the positive side is also a good thing. It's like, how do you create a lot of content? Yeah. How too big can you be in creating content? You need a system. You need to create a system. You need a content production system that, you know, is like a machine where, you know, you're churning out content every month, every year, because the more content you have, you know, the more money you'll be able to make. Yes.
I do believe in this field of content production, I've never grown like I've grown this year, because a lot has gone on. Yeah. A lot, mainly from the incubation program at Fuse Dots.
Yes, the creative incubators program.
Yeah, it has really, you know, impacted my personal growth, both personally and career-wise. I've really grown so much, and I believe maybe you can share out. You can share with people.
Like I said, you know, creating content is really teamwork. Okay. Like, people come, you know, on different projects with different skills, you know, and, you know, I remember I've worked with, say, like, I've worked on projects where I've developed a project, and then say someone was interested in being part of the project, but the skill they had was being they were an electrician. Okay. And then, you know, as an electrician, there's so much value you'll bring on the production, you know, because we're using lights. Yeah. And I remember, like, after 2, 3, 4, 5 projects, they eventually became a gaffer. Like, they were able to know how to operate the lights, but, you know, they started as an electrician, you know. So it's really about teamwork. It's really about skill sharing. It's really about, you know, improving each other as individuals. And I think Fuse Dots Creative Incubator Program is that platform that gives, you know, creatives in general, just, you know, the platform to share skills. It's like a skill sharing program, which I really love about it, because you have artists, you'll have, you know, people that are skilled and are artists and are creatives, you know, coming and sharing what they know, and then also receiving, you know, knowledge and, you know, ideas, skills from different, you know, people. So I'm glad you have been able to acquire a lot of knowledge from there, and yes, it was great also working with you as well on it. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us on this Video Mindsets with Sadiq Mugisha. This platform is where we talk about video content production, we talk about video marketing, we're talking about, how do you, create content, how do you make money from this content, how do you share, how do you, what kind of mindset do you need, what's out there in this video content production world, And I had OSBERT Sime here, writer. We talked a lot about video content production. We'll be talking about so many other things, along the way. You'll have a lot of people here. You'll have, like I said, you'll have actors, you'll have content creators, you'll have, technical people, you'll have, different creatives, just trying to share what they know, share their experiences. And yeah, this should be a place where every one of us, including me, this is where we'll, get a lot of value from, from this industry. So thank you again, and see you next time.